We're going to be doing rotations, so I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, and we're going to do 90-degree rotations going clockwise. Okay, all right, so I have my graph here. It's not numbered out, so what you want to do is to draw your line going down in the center and a line going across, and then every two spaces you do a multiple of 1. Okay, 6, 7, 8. You could go right up, and then the same thing across here. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same idea across here. This will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Okay, so you continue marking it out. Alright, so I'm gonna put just 3 dots anywhere. I just put it anywhere. So one here. This is -5 and 3. I can put another one here on the same line. This one is -3 and 3. I'll put one up here. It's gonna be 7. So -4 and 7. Okay. So now I am going to connect my dots. So I just made a shape, any size, you know, for the purpose of this video, just any shape. Connecting my dots. I'm doing it in real time for you. You know, I just chose not to do it on the computer because you're gonna have to do this on paper. So I connect my dots here, and as you can see, I'm gonna put down my coordinates for each point. So I'm gonna label each point. I'm gonna label this point A, this point B, and this point C. So point A has coordinates. I always write the x coordinate first. Coordinate is -5, and then the y coordinate is 3. Right? So I'm assuming that you know your axes. So this is the x-axis down here, and this is your y-axis right here. Okay? And so for C, the x coordinate is -3, and the y coordinate is 3. And then for B, the x coordinate is -4, and the y coordinate is 7. Now there's a simple way you can do this. So remember, I said I'm rotating 90 degrees to the right. Okay, so with a rotation that's 90 degrees to the right, so I said I'm rotating 90 degrees to the right. Or another word for this would be clockwise. Right? You usually would have your x values and your y values in this format. Okay? And so if I'm rotating clockwise, what would happen is that I would flip my values. So this value would now become the x value, and this value right here now will become the y value. And this value that's now the y, the x value, which is now the y value, you will multiply it by -1. So if you were to work these out, your new values should be, given that you have these values here. If I write them out here, if I have A and I have B and I have C, right? If I have this, then I would write them like this: -5. This is how I write them right now. 3, and B will be -4, 7, and C will be -3, 3. So this now should flip. So B prime, I must say A prime, should have 3, and it flips. They have 3, -5, right? but it's going to be multiplied by a negative 1, so this would be 5, and then this would flip and you will get 7 4 because we're multiplying this value by negative 1, and then this value, so this would all be prime, and then this value here or C prime would be 3 3. Okay, so you just flip them, right, and then you multiply the new y value by negative 1. Okay, so if we do this, well, since that's how we know this, if we do it the way using the protractor and the compass and all that jazz, we should get the same outcome here for our values. Okay, so I'm gonna say that we were talking about the origin. Okay, and I'm gonna just draw lines towards my points. So I'm gonna draw a line from the origin from here to here. Okay, and I'm gonna do them one by one so we stay on point. I'm gonna get my protractor and my compass. So using a protractor here, I'm going to line it up such that the 0 mark is on. So I make it easy for myself. I put the 0 mark on the line here, and then I would measure 90 degrees from this line to here, right? And so I would just draw now a long line, a soft long line, swoops, just like that, real soft, real long. So that's my C. And then using my protractor, I will measure the distance from the origin to C. Okay, see right there, and then I would pretty much just draw an arc, right? And that shows you that my C point would be here. This would be C prime. Let's see if you match back. So C prime should be 3 3. Is it 3 3? Awesome. So that's what we have here. Okay, let's now draw a line to A, sorry. A line to A. Okay. And now, again, you take your protractor and you put the 0 mark on top there. Make sure the point where the crosshair is here. So you want this point right here to be on the origin, and then you line up your 0 line on the mark there, and then you measure 90 degrees from 0. So we're using the scale on top, and we're going to 90 degrees right here, and we draw a soft line again from the origin to there. Okay, another soft line, shoops, and you want to make sure that your pencil point is sharp. All right, and then from here we make sure the distance from here to here matches well. Make sure you match, yeah, and then you draw your arc. So you have to practice with your compass how to draw these things. So my thing was off a bit. Let me see here. Look off a bit. Hoo hee hee hoo. Let's go. So let's go. Okay. So where it joins is a little bit off. But it should be, it looks like, let me see here. Where is my A? Oh, so it looks like it should be around, hold on. So I measured it. Oh, I hope I didn't measure the wrong line. Oh my goodness. Now I have it. So I measure my 90. 90 should be here. So for A, it should be 3, should be 3. So this is A right here. So for A, let's see here, 90. Should be 3. Yeah, it should be 3, 5. So it should be here. So my thing is a little bit off. So just a little bit off, so I can tweak it because I know what the answer should be. So that's the sad part about doing just the pencil and the compass, because they're a little bit off, right? And so I know my A should be at 3.5 right here. This should be my A prime, right? So that's the problem. So you know, you have to use this, called the sharpener, and your compass needs to be tight. It needs to be tight. But anyway, all right, and then now I'm gonna draw a line from the center here to here. I should put my point right here so I could gauge my ruler, and then I'm gonna draw a line up there. And now what I'm gonna do, I have to open, and then again, suppose you protract, or you protract, your compass could actually open. Why they can do a Russian split? All right, so if I put this point right here, good, I could make an arc coming right around. I'm gonna make it right around because I didn't get to draw, I forgot to draw my line. So starting from B, I'm going to draw my 90 degree. I'm going to figure out 90 degrees from the line B, and it should cross paths with, so 90 degrees is here. And so what I have to do now, this is line B over here, so I'm going to draw from the origin, to this over here. Yay. And so this should be my B. And if you look at it, B was supposed to be 7, 4. It's 7 x-axis and 4 on the y. So like I said, you can use this to make sure you're going correct. And then you could always do the whole compass thing if needs be on the examination, because they might want to see your little compass lines and everything. And then you can connect it. So this was 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so yay, there you have it, clockwise. All right, 90 degrees clockwise. And to be fancy, I'll put some arrows going clockwise. But that's how you do it, okay? All right, so we can try 90 degrees anti-clockwise. You're gonna flip this. So we're gonna try this now, 90 degrees anti-clockwise. And what you would do, you would flip this again. So now down here I would write rotating 90 degrees to the left / counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Now for counterclockwise, what you would do is you would do the same thing. Whatever values you have as x and y, you would just flip them again and put y and x, but this time the y, you're going to multiply whatever is now the new x, which was the y value, and you're going to multiply it by -1. Okay? So this is not hard at all. You just need to practice, and you just need to learn how to use your protractor. This is the one that caused problems, right? Cause problems. Okay, so what we're going to do now, again, we're rotating through the origin, and we're going to go with this right here. We're going to go with A, and then from A now, we're going to go from here, there, you can see, and then we're measuring from the underneath to the scale underneath, and we're measuring to 90, right? And once you do that, you draw a line, come in from here, you draw a nice long line, and then what you do is use your trusty compass, and you just measure the distance between A and whatever you have here, and you draw a circle, right? So that's that. And so we could see here a little bit off, but we should have this point. Now I didn't do it. I didn't do the calculation. So again, remember A was -5 and 3. B was -4 and 7. And C was -3 and 3. Okay? So for A prime now, you will get, it would flip. And so you will get 3 up here. So it'll be -3, -5, because x value stays the same. B prime, they will flip. So we have 7 and -4. But the top value is multiplied by -1, so that becomes -7. And then C prime would be, it flips. So you have 3 on top, -3 below. But this 3, this y value, will be multiplied by -1 now up here, and voila. So you should know that since we did point A should have values of x being -3 and y being -5. So I'm guessing this is -5 right here. This is -4, -3, -2, -1. So that's how you figure out if you're right or not, right? And then now, since it's A prime, so now we could do C, since C is right here. So we go along the C line here, right? We go along the C line, place our protractor right there along the C line, and then we measure 90 degrees with the scale underneath. And we have 90 degrees right here, and we see that C should be -3, -3. So again, we draw a nice line from the center right there like that, and we go from C, take the distance from C right here, and we just draw, a nice circle. And we see that it's at -3 and 3. Okay? And then, so this is C prime. And then now, we can draw, I could just, again, measure from B. Here. And go along the B line. And we have 90 right here. And we draw a straight line again. Right there. And then we take again our trusty compass. Find B all the way up here. Now I'm wishing I didn't draw this thing so long. And then we go here. Now again, suppose we had a drawing that the compass couldn't do anything for, right? Where is my C line? So so C is right here, and so B. So then this will be B prime, and we know that B prime should be at -7. So this is -7 right here, and then and then we should have here -4. And then we just connect the dots and we're good to go. So we just connect the dots now. And we are good to go. So this is clockwise and anti-clockwise. And again, if you don't know, you could always use the little trick, the code, the cheat code to figure out where your point should be. And then you could always just draw lines and then do what you have to do, right? So if you draw your little cheat code and plot your points, then you could just go ahead and do whatever you need to do with your compass, okay? So that's the rotations. Yes, so this was clockwise and this was anti-clockwise. All right, I hope this helped. I hope this helped. Okay, so going up here, rotation, and then we have here this. All right, so maybe I should do one more on another page. So here we have this one now. So this is not numbered, so we start from 0. I mean, you could start from a point anywhere. You could start from a point anywhere. You don't have to start from the origin. It could be any point from which you are rotating from. I chose the origin. I kept it simple. And kept it really simple. Okay. And then I have here. So remember, the first quadrant is always positive. Right? And then the third, fourth, so the second, third, fourth is negative. -4, -5, -6. And then we're doing a negative here again. I hope this helps, you know? Okay, so let me draw some points now. So I'll put maybe, let's do a point that's here. Okay. And a point that is here. And then maybe a point that is somewhere here. Just for the sake of annoying our souls. And I'm going to label this A, B, C. And remember, before you do this, you could always just work it out. Use a little cheat code. And you could work this out before you even use all of those like lines and stuff like that. Okay, and I connect here. So this is another triangle. Then I was gonna do a square, but my heart. All right, so we're gonna go through the center again, the origin, and I'm gonna connect all my lines. Well, let me start with one line at a time. So start with C. So start with C, and again, use your protractor. I remember we rotate in 90 degrees, so we have to measure 90 degrees on the protractor. So we put the line of the protractor, the original line from 0 of the protractor on the line, and you measure 90 degrees right here. And you just draw the line. Now again, I would use my cheat code because remember, these drawings are not always going to be perfecto. So remember, if we have X and Y, when we're doing 90 degrees clockwise, your Y gonna flip with your X, and you're gonna get negative X. This is the X value, which what used to be the X value, which is now the Y value, becomes negative. You multiply it by a -1. So I'm gonna write out my thing. So the coordinates of C are 2 and negative 3, we use the x value first, negative 3, and the y value, which is 2. So we have A, B, and C. So we see it's going to be negative 2, negative 3, and 2. So C prime would be a flip. It would be 2, negative 3, but negative 3 multiplied by negative 1 will give you 3. Okay? So if I draw, well, I have to first adjust the compass here. And then make it the same distance from the origin to C. And then I draw. And with it join up, I should get 2 and 3, which is perfect. So I got that. That's my C prime. And then I'm going to draw again from the origin. So basically, if the point was not the origin, you do the same thing. You literally do the same thing. Right? And now I'll measure for B prime. I'll measure right here, put the protractor right there along the B line, the OB line. And then I measure from on top, going here, 90. And then I draw a long line from the origin. Okay. A long line from the origin. Right? Alright. And again, it's not perfect because, girls, boys, I am tired. Alright. So, going to be right here now. I use my compass. And I see that it looks like it's supposed to be here somewhere. And so I'm going to say that this is B prime. But to make sure, again, I'm going to look at my coordinates. So my coordinates for B will be negative 4 and 1. So I'll put right here negative 4 and 1. And remember for B prime, once you're doing clockwise 90 degrees, the flip, this is negative 4. So negative 4 times negative 1 will give you 4. So I will get 1 and 4. So I am good in the hood. And now I'm going to connect A. Right, I'm going to connect A. And draw this right here. And using my OA line that I just drew. And be careful because you can make real simple mistakes. An OA line right here. And I would just measure out my 90-degree angle here. Draw a line from the center. If you see some of my lines looking really off, that's because I didn't put my pencil there. Draw a line here. And then now, going from the length of OA, right here. OA. Now, I would just draw an arc. Right, and wherever this pass now, right here, it should be somewhere here, but you know, this is very loose. It's loose. This is me trying to keep it together. So A has an x value of negative 6 and a y value of 3.5. So if that's the case, they would flip. So this would be 3.5. Negative 6 times negative 1 is 6. So, looking at it, this should give me, oh gosh. So, it's off because my thing, oh yeah, look, the line is not even in the center. Now, where my line was for A. Oh, there it is. So it should be 3.5. Here it is, 3.5. If you come down, it's 3.5, and this is 6. My word. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you use a little cheat code to get through, and then so this would be A prime, and you just draw, connect the dots. Connect the dots. Make sure the shape look just like the other shape. just in a rotated form. And you're good to go. And that's it, folks. That's it. This is what you get. Okay? All right, cool beans. That's it. Bye.